Chat! What is up, everyone? Happy Friday, y'all. Hope you're all ready for SmackDown tonight, because that is what I'm reacting to. There is a lot of wrestling going down. What is up, everyone? What is up, Heltrick? What is up, Hot Tums, Trey, Swee? What is up, Dom Gio? What is up, Trey? What is up, K. Watson? Or wait, what was it? KT Watson, Homer. You changed your name. Aiden, good to see you, man. How is everyone? Chat, we got SmackDown tonight. AEW Collision is happening at the exact same time. I am only going to be reacting to SmackDown, so please, if you can, no Collision spoilers. I know there are going to be some people who are going to be watching Collision live at the same time as I'm watching SmackDown. Hi, Cody. Bye, Cody. So no spoilers, please, for tonight's Collision while SmackDown is airing.
Let me talk to you.
Yeah. Chat, how is everyone? Babe! Hi, my love. That's my Pueblo. Hi, my love. Chat. You guys ready for some SmackDown? You guys ready for some SmackDown? Hi, my love. Tonight, SmackDown, only 4 things announced by the WWE. We have Cody Rhodes answering Solo Sikoa's challenge for a title match. We have a 8-man tag, DIY and the Street Profits take on the Bloodline, including Solo. We have Tiffany Stratton one-on-one with Bayley, and Giovanni Vinci makes his in-ring debut on SmackDown as a solo act away from Imperium. That is everything going down tonight. Of course, Collision's happening, but again, we are not going to be reacting to Collision here. Love you, babe. Chat, we got quizzes tonight as well. We brought the quizzes back. We got 2 quizzes. 2 quiz kits tonight. So get hyped for those quiz kits. If you've never joined us in a quiz, I'm going to drop the link in the chat for you to join us. It's a video that'll have me explaining you how to join in. Do I not have a quiz button on my stream deck? Is that crazy? Am I crazy? Can a mod do it, please? Am I blind? Oh, it's right there. I found it. I found it. There's the link right there. Click on that link. It'll take you to a video how to join in on the quiz kit. When we do them, we have 2 of them. We have 2 of them that we're going to do tonight, and they're a little bit different than what we do on quizzes, but it's going to be really fun. Solo is not your tribal chief, Dave? Mine either. Mine either. Can't wait for SmackDown, Gio? Me either. Looks pretty good. Why can't I see Solo challenging Cody for the premiere on USA? And then Roman will cost Solo, and then we can start building for Bad Blood. I can see that happening, B-Boykin. How you doing, man? I can see that totally happening. So if you guys didn't realize, in the U.S., this is the last SmackDown on Fox. So if you live here in the U.S. like I do, next Friday, SmackDown will be on the USA Network. So today is the last day that SmackDown will be on Fox. So next Friday, SmackDown will be moving over to USA. Yes, the Broncos stream. I will be reacting to the Denver Broncos game Sunday afternoon. It's at 4, I think, 05. And I will be live around 3:45 p.m. Eastern for that game. And I will be live reacting to the full game against the Seattle Seahawks. And then tomorrow, I will be live reacting to AEW All Out's pay-per-view, which is airing on Triller and Bleacher Report and YouTube pay-per-view and all of those awesome places that they air on. And I will be live reacting to that tomorrow as well. Yes, I did watch the game last night between the Chiefs and the Ravens, dude. That was a crazy game. But yeah, the toe was the deciding factor, man, unfortunately. A lot of penalties.
Hello there.
Yeah, the match between Swerve and Hangman is now a lights-out, unsanctioned steel cage match. And that's going to be incredible, Dom. I'm super hyped for that. Tomorrow's... Oh, hi, Will. Oh! And then it just cuts him off. Love it. Kyle, how are you doing, man? Excuse me, we've got a little bit of allergies acting up. What's up, crazy man? Hope you're doing well. But I am super hyped for that match. Steel cage, lights out, unsanctioned between them 2 tomorrow, man. I'm so hyped for All Out tomorrow. You do, babe. You're the best. Do I think Jimmy returns next week? I think that is the most plausible, unless they want to wait till Bad Blood, which is very possible at this rate. I didn't think they were going to wait that long, but I'm starting to think that might be possible because, well, they did stop advertising Roman for next Friday. I do think that we still see him, and then I think that it's possible that they might wait for Jimmy till Bad Blood if they do Cody solo at Bad Blood. But also, a lot of people are speculating that they might do Cody solo next week on the debut of USA back on SmackDown. So it could do a few things, but I don't know. He might come out next week, and maybe they'll wait for Roman until Bad Blood again. I don't know. Maybe they do that the other way. Instead of Jimmy coming out Bad Blood, Roman doesn't come back till Bad Blood, and then Jimmy comes back next Friday. That's actually another possibility. So there's a few things that I think could happen. Yo, Steve, with the 21-month resub, he says, let's go. Steve, too. Hey, thank you so much for the fucking 21 months, brother. I appreciate the long time support, man. Coming up on 2 years. Roman versus Solo at Bad Blood, that would make sense. B-Boykin. I could definitely see that going down as well. Yes, All Out's gonna be great, Gio. I'm super hyped. What is up, crazy Carsy kid? How you doing? Not care others said to Hikaru Shida not win. Still believe in Hikaru Shida to win. Nice, Logan. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a good match with her and Mercedes tomorrow. What's up, not Anthony? How you doing, bro? Stuff does not hit on SmackDown as much without Roman. That's a fair statement, I feel. I mean, to each their own, but that's a fair statement. I've felt like that way a bit, too. The main event, I think, I'm not 100%. The rumor is that it will be Swerve and Hangman in this unsanctioned Lights Out Steel Cage match. So if you guys don't wonder, what's that? Why is there so many names to it? So unsanctioned means it won't add on to their record, even though AEW seemingly has stopped once again keeping records. They keep the, rankings. They're keeping the records, but the rankings haven't been kept up again. And so it seems like they are going to have that main event. And so, yeah, so their match won't go up against their records and all that stuff. SmackDown has been a bit slow lately. Yeah, I agree with that. But I'm excited for Bayley and Tiffany. So this is everything going down tonight. Bayley versus Tiffany, one-on-one. I'm hyped for that. Giovanni Vinci, if you have not really seen him wrestle, which you probably have, this man is a high flyer, and that is my bread and butter. I love to watch that shit. So I'm excited to see his match tonight. We have the Bloodline versus the Street Profits in DIY and 8-man tag, and Cody will answer Solo Sikoa's challenge for a title match. So pretty solid-looking card on paper. Maybe we do, Helltrick. I don't know, though, man. It feels like we've been waiting forever on this TV deal. Maybe they'll wait till the final minute, fucking November, to announce it. Yeah, Trick versus Pete Dunne is a... What kind of match is it again next week? I actually forgot. On NXT. I'm doing good. Return of the Mac. Are we fast-tracking Kevin's turn or keep teasing? I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do with Kevin tonight, honestly. It just depends on what exactly he's doing, I guess. It's a last man standing. That's right. Thank you, Helltrick. This is what I think. I see Solo challenging Cody at the premiere, which we all know Roman most likely will going to cost Solo. And if Jimmy does not return with Roman, then they can start building up the story between Solo and Roman for Bad Blood and have Jimmy return and help Roman get the victory over Solo. But would Jimmy be enough, just him, over against the rest of they'd be outnumbered. But I could definitely see that happening, though, B-Boykin. I think Tiffany and Bayley turns into a tag match next week. Michin and Bayley versus Nia and Tiffany. I could totally see that happening, babe. So you think it would be like a screwy ending? New fans complain a lot. They'd probably be pissed. I criticize and complain. But you're not wrong. I'm going to see Beetlejuice 2 with my friend. I was saying, my brother got an early viewing of that last night, and he said it was solid. He really enjoyed it. He thought it was funny. So I definitely want to check it out. I'm definitely going to check it out. Yeah, babe. That's what you meant, right? You think Jimmy will show up instead of Roman? I think Jimmy will show up. If you're... Oh, you're saying to Trey. I was looking at the wrong comments. All right, we're going to skip this song. Ooh, speaking of KO. Chat, let's talk wrestling news. We got to talk some wrestling news here. We got about 20 minutes before SmackDown starts. Let's talk about some news. There's quite a bit to talk about, actually. So, as you see there, we have 5 news stories. We're going to talk about American Nightmare lawsuit, NBC getting WWE on Saturdays, Bret Hart on Raw, Vince docuseries trailer, and Jackie. So, we're going to talk about a few things here. First thing, as you saw there, we're going to talk about that American Nightmare lawsuit, man. This is really interesting. I read up on this yesterday. Obviously, I didn't stream yesterday. So a musician is suing Cody, WWE, and Fanatics over the American Nightmare trademark, claiming Rhodes isn't following the terms of their first agreed to in March of 2019. So they actually already had a settlement from March of 2019. So Cody applied for this trademark in 2019 or 2018, I believe. This musician had this trademarked in 2016. So we had this trademarked well before Cody was going to use this. So Cody started wanting to trademark it. Obviously, you can't do that. So there was a little hold up on the trademark. The musician, Wesley Isold, I'm probably saying his name so wrong, and I apologize for that. But he has filed that in California, that the trademark infringement, breach of contract, and intentional interference with contractual relations. So their deal that they made back in 2018, whenever that was to that Cody could use the American Nightmare moniker on merchandise and on WWE only if the American Nightmare part of the merch was 75% smaller than the main part of the shirt. So, like, you could have his like logo, the skull logo that he has tattooed on him, and then say American Nightmare smaller above it, and that's fine. But he can't have stuff that says it prominently and sell it. That would go against their deal, and that's what's happened, and that's why this musician is suing for $150,000 in addition to treble damages that could up to $300,000 related to federal trademark infringement. So it's not like this guy, came out of the woodwork and I'm going to sue out of nowhere. He had already had a deal in place because he already owned the trademark prior to Cody Rhodes wanting to use the moniker. And he is claiming the WWE fanatics and Cody have violated the deal that they came to in 2019, and he's going against the terms. So that is what this lawsuit is about. It's not like, it is about like, you're using it, but it's because of how he's not following the terms of their already discussed settlement from 2019. So it's a pretty interesting deal. I think in the end, they're probably going to work out something. But yeah, I wouldn't really too worry about this. I don't think they'll end up changing his nickname or nothing like that. But it's a very interesting lawsuit once I read it. It wasn't just like, didn't read the title. It's like, wow, I didn't know all that about the American Nightmare moniker. The other thing we're going to talk about here, right there, NBC getting WWE on Saturdays. So there is talk that NBC will be announcing a 4-time-a-year edition of WWE on the actual NBC network, which, if you didn't know, NBC owns USA, where WWE airs Raw currently, and SmackDown is going back to, and of course NXT is as well on USA currently until October. But they are owned by NBC, the USA network, so that is just a subsidiary of NBC. They did this before in the early 2000s, where they brought back Saturday Night's Main Event, and they did a 4-time-a-year thing, and then I think it became like their, the main event is what we know nowadays. It just became one of their 1-hour whatever shows. But yeah, so this looks to be coming back 4 times a year as a Saturday night special. It won't be a weekly thing, which I think is great because the weekly format for Collision, unfortunately, goes up against a lot of sports. Like now we got college football, obviously UFC or other type of, boxing happens Saturday nights. So it's really tough. So I'm glad that they're not doing a full-on fucking weekly show on Saturdays because I don't even keep up with Collision, unfortunately, that much. But it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool that they'll be back on NBC, which is pretty big because they're obviously moving SmackDown off of Fox back to USA, so they're leaving network. So to get a weekly or a 4-time-a-year thing back on network is pretty dope. I think that's pretty cool. The Ion channel? Damn, I don't even remember that, Alex. I don't remember that at all. Was it on Hulu now? I don't even know what it's on. Saturday Morning Slam? I remember that. I never watched it, but I remember that. It was like I don't know what even channel it was on, but it was like focused to younger people, kids and stuff. I'm good, the BBL. How are you doing? We're just discussing some of today's wrestling stories. All right, so the next thing we're going to talk about is Bret the Hitman Hart has been fully announced by the WWE for Raw. Whoops. So Bret, look at this, Bret Hart graphic in 2024. The Hitman is back this Monday live in his hometown of Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Bret the Hitman Hart makes his return to the WWE. The news was broken by Jackie Renman and further implied by Triple H on social media. So get ready WWE Universe to welcome back the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. So Bret Hart on Monday Night Raw. Dude, that is crazy to think about. Obviously, he's in good standing again with WWE, but that's still crazy to think that he will be there on Raw. So hyped to see Bret on Monday, man. You know, if you guys remember last Monday, we saw Pure Fusion Collective beat down Zelina after the match with, I believe it was Sonya or Shayna. I don't remember which of the two fought Zelina on Raw this week. But it ended with Lyra Valkyria coming out and making the save. And then, of course, they had a backstage segment with Lyra and Zelina where she's like, oh, we'll be Calgary. I think I know someone that we could get to help us next Monday. Implying, obviously, Natalya, who's been out. Apparently, she's had her contract renewed. She's been out since her contract was renewed. And it's going to be very interesting because if you actually remember the last time that we saw Natalya, she was actually talking with Sonya Deville. And she said, enough's enough. Something's got to change. So I think that we could see a double cross already, if you guys remember that from that last time we saw Natalya. But that is going to be very interesting. So I think Bret's going to be there. Natalya will be there coming back. So I think it's going to tie all together in the end. That's what I think. I think he's just going to announce Natalya or something, Return of the Mac. Yeah, definitely Natty, because they implied it with Lyra and Zelina backstage on Monday, and then again, if you remember that from a few months back, that was the last time we saw Natalya on Raw, was when she was backstage talking to Sonya. So, that's going to be interesting. This is the big one here that I'm curious about what everyone's going to think on this. So, the Vince docuseries trailer came out. So, Netflix is doing a 6-episode docuseries on Vince McMahon. Obviously, this has kind of been in the works for a while. It got postponed due to all the stuff that came out. But I am going to go ahead and play it for y'all here. And this is the trailer, and I'm going to get your guys' thoughts on it. And yeah, obviously it's a 2-minute trailer. It's just a little tip of the iceberg of the docuseries that we're going to get. 6 episodes, hour long each. So here it is.
People have wondered who I really am. You know, portrayals me, I'm a bad guy. What?
And by the way, this footage of him being interviewed for this was done WrestleMania 38 weekend. So 3 years ago almost. Well, 2.5 at this point almost. But quite a bit ago now that this footage was, shot. So this was before the allegations first, I believe, before the allegations came out.
No one really knows me. In the world of professional wrestling, Vince McMahon, he's easy to hate. What you expect. I don't fight fair. That's exactly what you're going to get. It's not my fault that I happen to be a self-made billionaire.
I mean, you bought the WWF at the time, or the WWF, I think it was. It might have still been WWF when he bought it. I don't remember. But he bought it for a discounted price from his dad. It's not like he paid top dollar. I mean, he paid probably a pretty penny, don't get me wrong. But his dad did not make him pay what it was worth at the time. Let's just get that out of the way.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to All American Wrestling. When I bought my dad's business, my vision was to make this mainstream. Welcome.
And he did it. Yeah, he paid $1 million.
Created this huge empire,
billion-dollar entertainment juggernaut.
He did things no one thought were possible. Everything he did turned to gold.
From the producers of Tiger King.
Going on trial for steroids.
90% of the wrestlers are on steroids.
Another dead wrestler.
This rock.
So I'm not surprised that they showed the Benoit and the steroid stuff. So there was a Vince thing not too long ago. Basically, it was by the Dark Side people. And I'm hoping it's basically not a rehash of that. Obviously, this is done by Netflix, not the Vice people, but I'm just hoping it's not just a full coverage of all that again, and we really get more in depth on a lot of the really big stuff. That was big at the time, but it's been beaten to death. I'm really wanting more in this than what we got through Vice.
To the very foundation of the WWE. I would accept no responsibility whatsoever.
None whatsoever. They live this lifestyle.
Fuck Vince. See, that's how he would literally act to people. This was, I believe, during the Benoit stuff. I believe this was an interview during the whole Benoit fiasco.
They live this lifestyle.
What a fucking asshole, dude. What a fucking bully.
Breaking news, Vince McMahon stepping aside.
The lawsuit accusing him of countless depraved and humiliating acts.
I didn't think the lawsuit could shock me, and I was floored.
So they obviously start bringing up the lawsuit here, but I'm really like, so the word going around on the dirt sheets is Janelle Grant was not asked to interview for this. So
When it comes to Vince, a lot of that is a character.
they would show that.
He's going to show you what he wants you to see.
Character my ass.
The lines of
I believe
reality
this is
are
the
very
footage of
blurred.
when, I think, I could be wrong. Isn't this when he came out, when the allegations first came out?
Business. The individual loses all sense of who they really are.
My name is not Vince. My name is Mr. McMahon.
So I'm just hoping it really goes in depth on the actual current stuff going up on against him, you know. But in general, as anything Netflix made is going to be solid, you know. So I'm hoping they really go in on like the Snuka stuff that is supposed of him helping cover up, you know, like obviously that was covered in the Vice doc, but I feel like they really could go in more on that at least. But I really want them to talk about the behind the scenes stuff more than like the steroid trial, the fucking Benoit stuff. Obviously they are going to talk about that. We've already seen that, but I'm just hoping it's more than that, like, because that's been beaten to death at this point. Janelle was asked to be in it. I read that she wasn't asked to be in it. Yeah, like Janelle reached out to them, but Netflix didn't reach out. When do you think The Rock comes back? I have no idea. But last thing I want to talk about, Jackie, Miss Jacqueline Moore, has signed a Legends contract with the WWE. She got inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2016. Now, I'm surprised that she wasn't already under a Legends contract. I mean, that was almost 10 years ago already at this point, 8 years ago, that she was inducted into the Hall of Fame. But I'm surprised, like, and unless they did sign her initially to, like, a Legends deal at that point, and it expired and they didn't renew it because of COVID or something. But I'm surprised that she was under a Legends deal already. I really was. I really was. I agree, Return of Damac. I 1,000% agree on that. But yeah, Nostalgia contract, Legends contract, same thing. Dun, 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 dun. You completely forgot about Jacqueline? Well, she is a GOAT, man. That's why she's a Hall of Famer, bro. She's a GOAT. But that is basically all the news, big news I wanted to talk about today, y'all. A lot of big stuff happening in the world of pro wrestling. But we got SmackDown in about 8 minutes. So let's get a little litty. Let's take a dab, and then we're going to go live on TikTok. It's going to be hard to give justice to anyone when that person has since been passed away and their full story can't come out. Like, obviously a friend or whoever that was came out, but then the daughter of Ashley also had an issue. It was a big mess. Like, the friend of Ashley Massaro that came out and said all the shit like a year or two ago, apparently a lot of it was like not true because Massaro's daughter came out and said some of it was just a fucking publicity stunt by the former friend of Massaro. It's a fucking mess, dude. It's a mess. So who knows? It's hard when the person that the stuff that is claimed to happen to is past. So there's nothing that can. I feel like that there's probably going to be nothing that can be done at this point since she's gone. Unfortunately, as much as we would all love it, you know, that's just how that's going to probably be, and it sucks. I say probably because you never know. Never say never, right? But it doesn't. If I had a guess, I don't know the legal system well enough, but just based off my 30 years plus of living on this planet, just usually that's typically the way it'll end up going, and it sucks. Would you rather get 100K for taking 5 chops from Gunther or get 150K to take 100K from getting someone off Steel Cage? The chops easily. The chops easily. Yo, Steve with the gifted tier 1 sub to Mattel. Or Matt Tell. I don't know how you say that exactly, but to sweet to you, Steve, for that gifted sub. Let's take this dab, and then we're going live on TikTok. Oh, is this the Good Brothers theme? I don't wanna hit to this theme. I wanna hit to a, yeah, the next theme's actually better. We about to get litty. Oh, heck yeah. Crazy. On what PC or console? Cheers. Yeah, they interviewed Brett for it, so I feel like he'll be 100% real crazy. The laugh from the song. Oh, hi, Cody.
Let me talk to you.
Yeah. I'm dying. All right, let's go live on TikTok while I'm dying. Dan